Hi. So welcome to your first coding project, Interactive Digital Media 2. Today we're going to build something simple. I think two of you have already begun working on it, and it's going to introduce several of the most important ideas that you're going to use throughout the semester. So by the end of the activity, you'll have created your own interactive digital business card. It'll include your name, a tagline, a decorative graphic, and little interactivity using your mouse. So if you've never written code before, that's totally okay. We're going to type everything together and one step at a time so that I'll explain each piece and you won't get lost. A lot of you have all different types of experience through this, so I'm actually really happy that we're kind of going through this together. By the end of this course, my goal is that everybody works on projects pretty much together and we get you through it with the new foundation of P5JS, and hopefully you can integrate it into all the cool things that you're going to do in the future. So let's get started. Let me get my little floaty window. Okay, so you should already be logged in. My hand's gonna disappear. You should already be logged in to P5JS, and you're going to notice that your project has a random little name like Sleepy Butterfly or Sasquatch something. What's mine? Statuesque Nail. I feel like we should just keep it. So go ahead and click on the title. Let me follow along with you. Okay, we're gonna change it to Project 1. And then you can do dash and then say your last name, so Schaefer. Your last name is not Schaefer, but you get my point. So you're gonna press enter and you're gonna save the name, and then we're gonna go to file save. So hit enter, let's go file, and we're gonna save. Cool, sketch is saved. You can also hit, for a Mac, Command S, and use all the other short codes as needed. Okay, so I save constantly, and then I undo when I've messed up, so continue doing that. But if you ever feel like you're kind of straying, just save, create a new one, and continue. So you have a bit of code waiting for you already. So if we look at the About Me interactive card that's on your Module 1, down here, you've got your function, setup, create canvas, all of that is standard, right? So we're gonna go through here. And that's the nicest thing about this program, is that every new project starts with the same functions. So let's talk about what they'll do. So the first function is called setup. Let's see if I can highlight. We got setup. So setup only runs one single time. So think of it as setting up your workspace before you begin drawing. And if you're an artist, it's like laying out your workspace before you begin and getting your pencils and your paints and everything ready. Then you've got draw. My thing keeps disappearing. Then you've got draw. So that's the second function. This one's different. Draw runs over and over and over again, about 60 times every second. So think of it like frames of a movie, right? So every P5JS asks, like, what should I draw now? Then you've got your buttons up top. You have your run and your stop. So go ahead and run it. And you've got a square, which 400 by 400, obviously. Let me reset my screen one moment. Okay. Okay. So then you've got play and run and stop. So let's go ahead, and you've got your square. So you're gonna go ahead and so then we're gonna make our canvas look a little bit more like a business card. So inside setup, we are gonna change the create canvas, that's 400 by 400, and we are going to change that to 600 by 400. Let's go here. Okay, now that's gonna give us, okay, so if we look at the starter code, you have a little bit waiting for you. So here you've got your setup, and setup runs only one single time. So basically it's like setting up your workspace before you begin to draw. And if you're an artist, it's like putting pencils and paint out and getting it ready. Then draw over here is the second function. This one's a little different. This one draws and, well, draw runs over and over and over again about 60 times every second. Think of it as like a frame of the movie, and every frame it asks, what should I draw now? So then up top here, you have run it. So go ahead and click that play button and you will get your square, 400 by 400. So let's make the canvas bigger. So we're going to go and make it look like more of a business card. So inside setup, I want you to change the canvas to 400, change that to 600, and then 400. And then I want you to hit run. There you go. It's more like a business card. So it's a little bit wider. This gives us room for the design. And don't forget, save your work. So save. So we're going to add something that programs use all the time, which are notes written for humans that the computer won't read. Computer totally ignores them, but they are great for us. Okay, so up at the top, I want you to write slashy slashy, and then we're going to do project. Well, here, let me do this. Slash project 1. We're going to do colon and then say about me interactive card. And let's see, then we're going to do slash and say Lauren Schaefer. That's me. You don't have to write that. You can put your own name. Spell it correctly too. And then we're going to say IMED 2345, and then we're going to do that again and put summer 26. Okay, and then I'm going to also say another comment. And then I'm going to say slash slash. I'm going to say this sketch draws my digital card and changes color with the, this sketch draws my digital card and changes color with the mouse. Mouse, not mouse. Interesting. Okay, so if you run that, you see nothing changes. Okay, so let's finally draw something. So inside draw, which is right over here, you are going to type a fill and a shape. So the fill will be just kind of determines what color we're going to use next, and you're going to use 255, which is white. So let's go here and we'll say fill, parentheses, and we'll say 255. And then we'll do rectangle, and we're going to do 4 numbers and then a 5th, which is like rounding the corners. So we're going to say 50, 50, 500, 300, and then 20 for rounded corners. And then I'm going to have you hit play. Okay, see that? Now you have your shape on a gray background, so white on gray. Now, let me show you a little example here. So say we did rectangle, but we wrote REC instead of RECT. So check this out. Okay, so I just removed the T and I ran. Oh no. Oh no. So if you, I don't know with this camera. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. You see that? That is telling you you got a problem. And what's nice is that it highlights it right here, and it's saying you may have meant one of the following, or it's It seems it seems that you may have accidentally written rec. So love that little check. So then we're gonna go back, we're gonna be like, LOL, totally did, my bad. And now we have that. So then we're going to save. Okay, so pausing for a second, I mentioned this in our in the top of our module, but so if you look over here, if you look over here, you'll see that our canvas works like a giant graph, right? So the origin is 0, 0, so like right up here. So in the upper left corner is 0, 0, and your X is going to increase as you move to the right, and your Y is going to increase as you move downward. So it's kind of backwards, but that's how every computer programming works. So that's that. We love learning new things. So now we'll do one of the important programming things, which is variables. They're like labeled boxes. So you're going to put information inside them, and then you're going to give it a name, and you're going to use the information wherever you want. Okay, so we have our variables, labeled boxes, and we're going to put info in them, but we need to give them a name. So let's put this information in. So we're going to make a, we're going to head over to setup, and right above setup, we're going to do let my name equal, and then in quotations, I'm going to say my name, which turns green. Then we're going to go down here and we're going to say let my tagline equal, quote, making all the things, exclamation point. So those are green, those will be recognized within. And let's go down now to that, to your draw area, just down here. Okay, we are going to display those variables. So we're going to add in a comment so that we recognize where it's being put. So we're going to say, my name, Bill, 30, semicolon, and then we're going to say text size, and we'll say 44, semicolon, and then we're going to say text align center, text align center. Then we're going to say text my name, 300, 210, and then our semicolon. We're going to do the same thing for my tagline. So we're going to have my tagline. We're going to say text size is 20, so it's smaller. Semicolon, we're going to say fill 90. And then text, this is where we add my tagline, 300, 210, to place it in that spot. Okay, so here's a checkpoint. Let's see. Ha, error. Oh, duh. Okay, now see that? How they're lining up? Let's take a look. We have 300 and 210 and 300 and 210. So we need to change this to 170. That was my bad. Yay! Huzzah! Okay, so we're gonna add a decorative shape in here too. So if you look at the my name, see how we've got this in quotation marks, this in quotation marks, right? That doesn't show up. That's just talking to the computer and telling it that my name is associated with this and my tagline is associated with that. So the computer will print that word. Now, every design is going to need a little personality. So let's add a decorative circle. So we're going to put that down here. So we're going to go to where, so after our tagline code and still within draw right here, we're gonna go right down here. We're gonna hit enter. So we're gonna pick any color. We're gonna pick the RGB, red, green, blue. So 0 to 255. Choose whatever you want. Let's go ahead and do this one. So we are going to go right here, and I'm gonna say decorative circle. And then we are going to do a fill of 249 and 97 and 103, which should give us a coral color. And put our semicolon, and you can even label it if you want. Here you can add in a comment where it's like coral question mark. And then since we don't want it to have a stroke, we're gonna say no stroke. And then no. And then we're gonna say circle, which is 300, 280, 60. Let's check that out. My little circle, adorable. So again, you've got your red, green, blue, RGB. You can use all kinds of online repositories to be able to pull up any certain colors that you want. Anything can be paired together. You can also just move these around and see how they work for you. Each number will go between 0 and 255. So play with the values. There is not a correct answer. You can have as much fun. This is your design. So let's take a look now. So let's make it a little interactive. So P5GS has a mouse X. You guys kind of, I can't remember if I had it in that first one, but so you're gonna find the background line and we're gonna replace it with background mouse. So let's go over here. Okay, there we are. We are gonna write in background. We're gonna say mouse, capital X, backslash, and then 3. I'm gonna say 100 and 150. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take our background and we're going to change this to utilize the mouse X. So mouse X is a built-in variable. We didn't create it. It's given to us. So it's going to store the like where your mouse is while it's moving. So it'll change, and that means that the background color will change too. So if we change it from this gray color, let's go to mouse X. And then we're going to do backslash, and we're going to pick 3, 100, 150. I think I put spaces in that. That's okay. And then we're going to hit play. Okay, so we've got this turquoise, but oh, look at these. Look at these. It changes colors, which is awesome. So as you move it across the screen, you programmed an interactive experience. So the background color is going to shift, and every time your mouse moves, it's going to change. So you can modify that, like you can do anything. Okay, so take a minute to look over what you did. This is the great thing. We're doing all of this stuff together so that we can move through it. Some of you have experience, some of you don't. It's just really fun, and it's a great trial and error space. There's so many tutorials out there that you can learn all kinds of things with, which is great. So take a minute to look at your code, and then we are going to, let me move it over here. We're going to notice how every section has like a short comment about what it does. That's good. Always makes it easier to read. So later on, if you ever come back to this and you want to have fun with it and change it, at least you know what you've been working on. So you can also add in a comment of your own. So I can say like, what a blast. Look at there. So you'll add in a comment of your own. So once you save, there you go. So when everything looks correct, I want you to go to File, and I want you to go to Share. Some settings are different. You'll be able to save this and export it. If you end up putting it in a file, I'll be able to open it up and check it, or you can send me the link. You can attach those in your project too. It's not a problem. And then the next one is a level up. So you'll do a couple more customizations pieces to this. So I'll see you in the next video. Okay. So here's the card that we just created in the project one. Part 1 tutorial, and it's good. The background follows your mouse and your name is on it and it works, but here's the thing, right now everybody's looks basically the same. So it's currently got the same layout and the same shape and maybe a custom little tag, but we're gonna fix that. So the video is gonna be a level up, and the second file that we're gonna submit, let me get it here, where you take this design and something that's customized to you. So let's take a look. So just a quick follow-up, you're going to be submitting the link to the first one and then the link to the second one. First one is what we're walking through. This one we're also going to customize. Again, I'm sticking with you guys throughout this entire course just so that there's no confusion, so that we have fun with this. So everything that we do, we'll do together. Now, let's look here. First, this one matters. Please don't build on top of this file. Let's make a new one. Let's go to File, Duplicate. All right, so let's go here and we'll go File, Duplicate. Ah, a copy. All right, so now I have a copy. I'm gonna rename it Level Up Schaefer. Cool, now it's saved. Okay, so now your original file is good to submit, your link is ready, and you'll be able to take both of those into your project. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have for options. I gave a couple here. We've got at least 2 of the 5. Do more if you're having fun. Seriously, do more. It's awesome. So you're going to keep everything from part 1 working. The background still has to react. And then I'm going to need at least 1 comment that's explaining the new things that you added. You'll update the header and just make it appropriate. So option 1, the emoji, it's easiest because in P5, the emojis are just text. Inside draw, after our background. So after our background, we're gonna go down here and we're gonna prompt ourselves a comment. So we're gonna say emoji, stickers, and we're gonna say, this is the option 1. To let you know which one you're working on. So let's do text size, which is 48, and our semicolon. And then we're gonna hit enter and we're gonna say text. We're gonna do parentheses, not 9 and 0. Oh my gosh. And we're gonna say parentheses. And inside we'll have our quotations, and this is going to recognize which emoji we're using. So to type an emoji as listed on Windows, you're going to press Windows key and a period, and on a Mac, so we're going to do Control Command space. There we go. If you can't see it, my emojis popped up and now I have them here. So I'm going to go with exactly how I'm feeling today, which is this fantastic melted face because life is life. And we're going to make that 60. We're gonna put a comma first, and we're gonna say 60. Move my emoji box over here. And then, just kidding, we don't need that. 60, 320. And then we're gonna add our semicolon. So if you wanna make a note, just kidding, we're gonna put bottom left corner, just so we know where it is. And then let's do that again with text. And we're gonna say, I don't know which one I want to use. Obviously a majestic eagle. We're gonna do our parentheses and then we're going to put our quotation marks in and we're gonna use this majestic eagle because actually no, I want that for my other thing. No, I'm gonna save that. Okay, so there's melty face, grapes. Yeah, we're gonna use grapes. And then we're gonna do our comma. We're gonna hit 520 and then 90. This is our X and Y axis. And then we're gonna put this here, but then we're also gonna say, this is for our top right corner, okay? If you want a floating emoji, you would do text mouse X, mouse Y, and the balloon will follow your mouse. And now that's part of option 5, but we're gonna bring it in now because I really want to use my falcon. So we're gonna say text. And we're gonna do our parentheses. We're gonna do our quotation. We're gonna get my falcon eagle. We're gonna put our comma. And we are going to say mouse X, comma, mouse Y. Okay. Actually, really, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go back and fix that. See, there would be normally an error code, but we're just gonna fix it early and not talk about it ever again. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if this pops up anything. No, and where is my... That's literally my day. So as you can see, falcons love grapes. So as you can see, he's still eating grapes and flying past and behind the circle and then pecking at me, but the background still changes. So success, we're doing well. So that's option 1. Now what are we gonna do? We're gonna save. Why are we saving? Because we don't lose it if we don't. So let's do a photo, right? Okay, so option 2 is to add a photo. You're putting an actual photo on your card. So I highly suggest this. This is a great way for you to meet your other fellow classmates. 3 things have to happen. You will upload the photo, you will load the photo, and then you draw the photo. So we're gonna upload it. And here's the gotcha. You have to be logged in. So please, if you haven't looked already, please look up here and see if you are logged in. If you are not logged in, you won't go off the page. If you are not logged in, just copy your code, log in, paste that in so you can pick up where you're at. So we're gonna find the arrow that's on the left side, right over here. Once I find my mouse, okay. And we are going to add and upload a file. Oh, by the way, let's update this while we're at it. So this is our project 1 level up, just for now. Mine is a PNG. It could be a JPEG, PNG, keep it small, under a megabyte. And if it's from your phone, it's probably like 3 to 5 megs. So just screenshot it or take it into a program or cut yourself out or whatever you want to do. Make a circle with a little pop out. So we're going to go overhead and we're going to extract it from over here. So you'll see the me.jpg or PNG. If it came in as something different, you can double click and you can change the name. All right. Oh, there's me. Yeah. So then we'll do this. So as long as it's that, we can continue. So let's go to Sketch. At the top of our code, above everything else. So we're going to go up here and we're going to say, my photo, and this is option 2. And we're gonna say, let my photo, semicolon. And then we're gonna say function reload. And we're going to do our open and close parentheses, and then we're going to say another fun swirly bracket that we're going to fix. Okay, I'm going to say my photo equals load image parentheses me.png, close that. Parentheses, and then this. Okay, so now it looks like it's reading correctly. So this will run before setup, and then it just needs to match your file name. And if we have to go back and edit it, we will. So then we're going to go down to draw. Let me move this space. And we're going to say image. We're going to do our open and close parentheses. And we're going to say my photo, capital P. Fix that. We're going to say comma 400, comma 100, 150, and then 150. That's your X, Y, width, and height. We're going to close that, and we're going to add our semicolon. Okay, and then we're going to run. That's me. Ah, yeah, that's me. So obviously it's overlaying on some of my text, so let's modify it. So let's go ahead and take a look. So you've got your X, Y, and your width and height. I'm cool with 150 by 150. That fits it perfectly. But let's go over here and take a look at where we want to have it on the X coordinate, right? I think right here might be good, or I can lower it so it points to me. So let's do this. Let's go, let's say 200 and let's say 75. Or I'm sorry, 120, right? Because it goes, like, it goes, wait, no, like that. Okay, so I'm gonna hit play. Okay, still not exactly where I want it, but at least I'm scooted over. So then we're gonna say 100, play. Okay, a little bit better, a little bit better. So let's try 50. We could go lower. So if we keep it at 50 and we drop it down a little bit, we have to increase our number. So let's say 160. I'm cool with that. Yeah, there's me and my spirit animal. Oh, wait. So it's me making all the things. We are going to save. Okay, great. Custom cursor and then a custom shape. So you can have fun with the other tutorials that are on that page, but other than that, this is kind of how to get started. Everyone's will be a little different. You can move your items around if you want. You can try working on right aligning or bringing something in, but so other than that, good luck, have fun. Again, we're working through this together so that we can all get through it and create something fun. So enjoy, and I will see you in week 3, module 2.